Hey guys, it's Eli here from Filmologic Customs and Reviews, and today I got a review of set 75206, ages 6 to 12, 102 pieces, and it's the clone battle pack that has some Jedi in it. So at the end of the video, I'll go through my thoughts on the set and the box art, so stay tuned for that. But now, time for a time lapse. Look, it's standing up. Hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. Now on to the set. First up is the episode 2 Geonosis Trooper, and as you can see, he's exactly the same as the older ones. Now the printing might be a little bit off on yours. It might be a little bit slightly different, but they're supposed to be exactly the same. Like, I'm thinking actually on the one on the left from the battle pack, it looks a little bit off. Slightly less darker. And anyways, you get the stud shooter, the blue stud, some nice printing all over, just the basic clone trooper. And this fits Angry Clone. So the clone troopers are always super nice to get, but unfortunately, it wasn't just clones, there's also Jedi. That's why it's called the Jedi and Clone Troopers Battle Pack. But it's alright. But I hope in the future they don't do this anymore with Clone Trooper Battle Packs, because that would just ruin the whole concept and point of it. It does work though, because I feel like if they should just make smaller sets that have Jedi in them for kids to get, because for the more battle pack builders, they don't want to have to buy a whole bunch of these. They just want to get the figures for the clones and maybe part out the rest and sell it. But yeah, you don't have an army of Ki-Adi-Mundis. It's a completely new figure. I really like his outfit with the dark tan arms and then the dark brown for the regular part of his robe. And then this is also really cool, that like little part of the neck. It's folded back right here. And then some back printing on the head, so you can see the suggestion of it going down. You can see all the hair that's actually slightly different on both sides. It's not perfect, it's not replicated on the same exact side, so that's pretty awesome. And then you can see his rings on the back. I don't know what to call them. Here's the Ki-Adi-Mundi. I just wanted to do it in some better light. And you can see his robes more clearly. His belt's up higher than it would be exactly for the bottom of the torso. So yeah, there you go. And then the belt follows around that side. Not around the side of his torso though, which is expected because I don't think they've ever done that before. About the droid attack on the Wookiees joke. Another thing they could have done is if they had, instead of just episode 2 clone troopers, like his personal Geonosis clone troopers that were in the caves in the Clone Wars TV show, those guys were really cool. Would have loved to see them in Lego. Unfortunately they're not yet, which is a bummer. And he's just the regular version, even though he's from the Clone Wars era. He doesn't have the animated eyes. His belt is a little bit higher than where his legs attach. So Ki-Adi-Mundi is definitely a great figure to get, but if he was going to get thrown in a battle pack, and it was Ki-Adi-Mundi, it should have been in a Kashyyyk battle pack. It would have made more sense. So for the quick look at Barris, you can see it's a similar torso to the old one. In fact, I'll compare it in a second. Double face up here. One's angry, and one's more casual. And then here's the new piece. Instead of just the straight down. So that's really good. And then there's also back printing on the back. And then you got the nice cape in dark blue. So the torsos are very different. The Clone Wars style one is more accurate to the show, of course, for obvious reasons. It has a shorter cape, not the big piece for like the skirt. But it's interesting because I think Barris, if he did actually appear, or I mean Barista Coffee did appear in the episode 2 Attack of the Clones, more in like an older version like this, with like the skirt and everything. So they based that off of that instead of just making a different version that's not Clone Wars style. And you can see how her torso is much like wider in the middle, and it's much smaller up here, indicating that she's younger on the right in the Clone Wars TV show, which is kind of weird, but hey, I don't know. It doesn't really make that much sense. Then there's the double face. The figure, the new Beerus, actually has back printing while the old one doesn't, which is perfectly fine because it comes with a cape, but the extra back printing is definitely useful. For the main build, it's kind of silly. I mean, I like how it's kind of based off of the Republic gunship, but if they would have just gave us a bark speeder, I would have been 10 times more happier. But yeah, I mean, I can't really complain too much because at least it's a clone battle pack that has some cool Jedi in it. That's another thing in and of itself. Also, I mean, when they were designing this, I don't think they really thought about how this windshield would actually work with the clone, because he looks kind of like he's trying to lean back so he doesn't hit his head on this. And that just kind of looks kind of stupid, but actually, I don't know, that kind of looks like a Republic gunship right there. Like the windows or something from the ATTE as well. But yeah, so that looks alright, but it's kind of weird. You got the stud shooters right here. Let's see if we can assassinate them and do Order 66. Ooh. That one lift. Anyways, on the back, these can rotate up as much as you would like to where they can go. Uses one of those pieces in the back that's used for engines quite a bit. I think it's on the V19 Torrent as well. It's a great set. If you don't have it, you should get it. There's all sorts of colors in here, like the lion for the Republic gunship. These turrets can move, but I don't think they're supposed to. And if you did mess up this set, there's not the worst pieces. Like these circular pieces are pretty cool, but I mean, maybe you can even build a Republic gunship out of just these pieces. Like, that would be kind of cool. I'd love to see that. I would do it if I had more of these battle packs, but I don't. And there's a girl piece right there, which looks kind of cool with the translucent pieces. Also, there's obviously just room for one person, and then they have the smooth pieces on the bottom, so it can go across surfaces like this. So, yeah. Now on to the final thoughts on the set. Also, here's the extra pieces if you wanted to see or didn't know. It comes with a lightsaber handle and also some extra stud ammunition. So looking at the box art now, you can see that it's actually in the Last Jedi box art theme, but it's interesting because it released the same time that the first wave of all the solo sets came out. It comes with Ki-Adi-Mundi, the clones, one clone not in the vehicle because it can't fit 2 of them. And then it kind of looks like, it doesn't really, I mean, it's sort of, at first I thought it was like going to be Geonosis because of the troopers inside of it and Barris and Ki-Adi-Mundi. But then I saw this in the background and it looks like some sort of monastery like the one in the Clone Wars movie. And also the ground doesn't really look that much like Geonosis, it looks more like Floron. Then you got Barris right here. So that looks awesome. good figure choice to display in the back. And then it can just shows you everything on the back that you can do with the vehicle, moving the windshield, stud shooters, things like that. And then there's like an explosion in the background. Overall, I like the box art a lot. Oh yeah, and this is really nice. On the side, they start doing like these little pictures of it. That just adds to the whole box and makes it look really nice. To conclude and gather up all my thoughts, I think that this is a pretty good set, but my main issue with it is that it doesn't have just clone troopers. There's 2 Jedi, and you don't really want to mass up Ki-Adi-Munis and Barris's. So yeah. Also, if they would have gone with a bark speeder, that would have been much better. For $15, it's alright. I think the price point increase is kind of getting annoying. Hopefully they don't do it again. It's gonna be all, guys. Thanks for watching the video.